Misfits, and welcome back to the world of Aurelia. You are listening to episode 39 of the current campaign. Hope you enjoy.
I'm ready to start. I'm sorry, I'm still
No, you're
talking,
fine.
but I'm ready.
You're fine. We can chat. It doesn't matter, but we can also start. So, last time we were all together, the Mythic Six had a bit of an after party at the Raspy Cock over in Bexhill. It was a great time. Ran into their old pal, Escher. Actually left on good terms. Who would have thought? And then they continued their path to Tyloch. Along the way, Tanari uncovered a memory that suggested that the Jade Enclave is perhaps delving into cloning, which is very intriguing. They arrived at Tyloch, and Teo was pretty much immediately recognized by everybody in town, and they were all like, yes, our local hero and celebrity has returned. And then they kind of helped fight off some baddies that came out of the woods, as per usual, in the town of Tyloch, and then made it to Teo's house. And they were pretty much immediately greeted by her mom, who promptly hugged all of you, and we ended with y'all being led inside her family home. So we'll pick up kind of right around thereabouts. So Teo, your mom, she's got her arm kind of slung around you the whole way. She leads y'all inside. As Claudia described last week, it's not a grand house by any stretch of the imagination, but it is extremely cozy and lived in. Karak, you probably have to
have a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, the ceiling height is not very forgiving for you, but it's extremely inviting and warm, and there's kind of like, I would imagine that there's like cozy chairs and furniture everywhere because there's so many people that, like, you know, it's a full family.
For sure.
And most of them are there when y'all head in. Teo, you spot your father kind of sort of partway reclined in a big comfy chair, and he sees you and kind of immediately gets up and rushes over to greet you. Tayana sort of rushes in as you enter. Amos runs over. Tam appears basically out of nowhere and greets you soon after as well. And your mom, I think, sort of heads the questioning, and so she sort of, invites you all to sit and make yourselves at home, kind of orders.
How closely, how do we all fit?
Oh, not comfortably. Not at all.
Okay, just
like she tries to have y'all sit in the chairs, but look, some of you might need to sit on the floor. Is situation.
Hashtag floor gang.
Yeah. But she's like, please, just, how have you been? What's happening? We literally just got a raven earlier today, and we were going to respond, but clearly we don't need to anymore. So.
I was wondering, where is she? Is she still here?
Yeah, she's out back. We're trying to figure out what to write.
I'll procure her later. Okay, I was wondering about that. I was beginning to worry you didn't get the raven. We've done a lot and we've traveled a lot. It's been really fun. And I'll just kind of introduce everybody and tell her how we all first met, how we were on this ship that got attacked by pirates, and then we all just kind of banded together and like. Actually, no, I'll act it out. So we actually met. Well, I mean, I need Tanari already, of course, but like, but we were on the ship out by like Wexland area, and we got attacked by these pirates, and then we just all kind of banded together and fought them off, and it was really cool. We're mostly casters actually, which is kind of neat.
Every time you talk about like fighting and pirates and things, your mother looks concerned, and your father's like, yeah.
Yeah, solid.
It's like, that's my girl.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. No, and I'm gonna like gesture to Karok and be like, Karok does some really cool like thunder and lightning stuff. It's really, really cool. And you know Tanari, well, I don't know if you know Tanari is all about the fire, but she's all about the fire. She's crazy.
Well, we did hear from her parents that there was one unfortunate harvesting incident, so they
were being generous. There were multiple.
Multiple.
I'm glad that they didn't, rat me out though.
Yeah, and then
only slightly, dear, only slightly.
Oh god. And I'll point Blaze out, and I'll be like, Blaze does like really weird but really cool time magic stuff. Like, I don't know how he does it. And then Chad also does lightning. But Chad's a bard, so he like plays music and stuff. It's really cool.
Yes, ma'am. I'm like kind of the spokesman for the group. We offer a number of services, which your daughter will of course go through later. But it's such a pleasure to meet you. We've been trying to make a positive impact in the world, and we're here to make a positive impact here. So
that's great. That's
Teo's dad is like, yes, it's very important to have a spokesperson. Teo's never been the most eloquent, and we think to further her career as a fighter, she really should be represented well, so we appreciate that, yes.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, sir.
Ash is gonna pop in and say, this is payback for when y'all met my family.
And Teo's mom is like immediately concerned that you're not getting enough vitamin D, and it's like, now, dear,
I'll make myself look terrible.
Outside like all the
I promise. This is just what I look like.
Yeah.
And then I'll go back to my super pale self.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
You would think you would have gotten a tan by now.
But speaking of vitamin D, though, we were actually very recently just like in this like underground like dwarven settlement.
Dwarven settlement.
Yeah, no, the book that you gave me that was grandmother's. It like talked about like this like underground thing.
You mean that wasn't just gibberish, dear?
No.
And I thought she just maybe made up what was inside it. I mean, she told such fantastical tales of her battles and war. I just assumed this was another tall tale.
Oh, I would love to hear more of what she has to say, and I would believe every word because we've done like crazy stuff. And I mean, there was a dragon down there, Mom, but it's okay. We
She's just like,
yeah. But there was
some
more.
water.
Oh,
Does anybody
Mom.
else need some water? Maybe some lemonade.
Yeah. Okay.
I would gladly take some lemonade.
I get up and I'm like, I'll help you in the kitchen. I help her like with all the stuff. I get up and do that.
Yeah. I'm gonna. So while she goes to do that, I'm gonna like turn to Tam and I'm gonna give him the ring that I bought like session 1 from Ursula. Where is it? Oh God, I have it. Yeah.
I remember the one I'm.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's necessarily worth that much.
No, it was like the one that was like actually like kind of not overpriced. It was just like, but actually kind of decently valued. Yeah, that. Yeah, so I give him that. I thought I said I described what it was. But
He's
I guess
like,
not.
whoa.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks, sis.
Yeah, well, you know.
Is this real?
Sometimes
Is this a real stone, or is this?
it's
Have you gotten
Pretty
it appraised?
yeah. Well, oh my gosh, this one the lady that was selling it. I mean, most of the stuff that she had was like real shifty and like not even like real. But that's real. That was the one that we found. Yeah,
I
and she was like,
appreciate you not giving me a fake ring.
oh, no, I would never. Just when I remember to get you guys things, you know. But no, for real. No, there were these dwarves that they live underground. And they look so different because they've lived underground for so long, and they're like dark skin, and it's like so crazy.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Like they never come out. They never see the sun.
Well, it was Torvir's settlement. Torvir, the strong.
Like the Torvir? Like the
Sorry, that doesn't make
Torvir.
sense. I know, but I mean it.
Like the mythical.
Yeah.
I gesture toward her weapon.
Yeah. Hi.
And at this point, they do finally notice, and your father's like, "What is that?"
What is that in my house? I'll just like brandish I'll brandish Blaze Fury, and I'll be like, so when we got to Haladar, we saw that there was like this big statue of Torvir, and they were like, Torvir founded this town, blah blah blah. It was really cool. And then we were looking for the place described in the book, which was Stonetooth Mountain. Stonetooth Mountain, wasn't that the name of the mountain?
Stonetooth Peak.
Stonetooth Peak, yeah. But then we found Stonetooth Peak, and then we found this entrance inside, and we explored it, and we found all these dwarves, and there were these
they're like totally enraptured by
this
blade, and your father's like, "Can I hold it?"
Yes, yeah. But we didn't find it. We didn't find it like there. But anyway, we had found it elsewhere, like in a shop, and it was just like really weird. But they had a forge down there, and they like forged it back. But they said that Torvir was their king, and like all this. No, I know
like
it sounds like tales, but I mean it. And you guys were there.
Make a persuasion check. I'll say, nah, just make a straight check, because it does sound kind of crazy.
It does sound kind of crazy. Let's see. Where is it? Yeah, I'm gonna use commanding presence. Because I don't want to look stupid.
You brandish your weapon and kind of square your shoulders as you argue for the validity of your tale.
Yes. So, add a D8. Okay, wait. Let me move these on my system roll. Okay. That's not great. Okay, that's not great at all. Okay, D8. Save me. That's a 10.
A 10. Your father's like they see the weapon, they can see that it's real, they trust that this is some fantastical magical weapon, but like Torvir the Strong, secret underground kingdom, fighting a dragon, like it's too much. They humor you, but you get the sense that maybe they don't fully believe everything you're saying.
I'm just gonna be like, I guess I'm just becoming like grandmother. Well, anyway. How are things here?
I'll back up her story. I'll like add in some details and like embellish some of the facts and be like, yeah, it really happened. I I don't know. A lot of crazy stuff has happened, and I understand that it is hard to believe if you weren't there, but it's been I almost got turned into a hippo. It's been a time,
What?
You're not sure if that helps the.
Well, can I make
situation.
a persuasion roll too?
It was persuasion. They said persuasion all.
Look, man. They look around. They see such a interesting collection of people. A very pale man, minotaur.
I rolled a nat 20.
Okay, but I didn't ask you to roll. So, like, that's not
But
how that works.
Amanda, come
That's
on.
not how that
Amanda.
works, man.
Amanda, come on.
But Amanda.
Ian's in charge.
Then all of the endings. Oh, that's funny.
It's not that they don't believe you. They're just
Sure.
they don't
yeah.
know how much to believe. You know, it's like
They don't
look,
believe the hippo.
it's like trying to explain space travel to like
Oh.
I don't
My
know,
real-
like
Yeah.
indigenous islanders, like it's just
Oh.
not gonna
Laura Bagel?
I don't know, it's not gonna happen.
Why Bagler?
Laura Bailey.
Bailey.
Oh,
The Laura
a
Bagler.
mixture of Bailey and
Goodness
Bagler. Okay.
gracious.
What about Larmely Bagler?
Larmely Bagler, there we
Oh,
go.
Bagler.
I hate that
Also
so
like
much.
Bagler because it makes me think of bagels, and I love
Bagels?
I know,
bagels.
I really want a bagel, man.
Bagels slap.
Yeah, but they start to sort of explain to you about how things are going, and it sounds like things are okay. They're preparing for the town's preparing for harvest season and starting to get ready for that. There has been an increase in the number of attacks on Tyloch. There are just more things that come out of the woods each day. They say more than when you were last home. But they remain fairly optimistic about it. They're like, well, there's still yet to be anything we can't face. So
That's good.
those forests, the woods, they can send whatever they've got, but we'll take them down.
Great. That's great. Yeah. I shoot a knowing glance at Sonari, and I was like, I was afraid.
And at this time, Tanari, you're re-entering the room with the mom, and she's like, well, thank you so much for helping me with this, dear. And have you stopped by your folks yet?
I was planning on heading there next, actually. I might dip out here in a little bit early, if you don't mind, just so that I can say hi to my folks.
Not at all. They'll be so happy to see you. They talk about you all the time.
Mm-hmm. I am very excited to see them. I'm
Sonari,
also
do you want
very
someone to go with you?
I don't know. I'll think about it. Okay.
At some point, Tayana kind of tries to pull you aside.
Oh god. Okay.
It's just like, not right now, but can we talk about something later in private?
Sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's fine.
Maybe
Just
later or
yeah,
something. Just,
holler.
it's kind of important. So
Okay. Yeah. Just holler.
okay. Good to see you.
You look great.
Curiouser and curiouser.
All will be revealed. Oh god.
Goodness. All right. So, what's the plan?
Well, okay. So is she like? Oh. Well, I'll ask about Emily. Actually, I'll be like, you haven't heard from Emery at all or anything?
Your parents' faces kind of get a little somber. Your mom speaks up. No, we still haven't heard from Emery, but knowing him, he's probably doing just fine.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. I figured as much. I just didn't know if he wrote anything or.
Not yet. I wish he would.
Hmm.
But you know Emery. He was always a bit different, a bit to himself.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, you have to remember, like I had it easy. I had a pet that I could just, use, and then we
Yeah.
just had to get ravens.
Ugh.
Oh damn it! I didn't mean to guilt trip. No.
I suppose we should have given Emery a pet. Maybe that would have made him feel a little better.
Oh, that's okay. Well, I mean, the whole reason I had Lolly was because I just found her. It was no big. I mean,
And we're so sorry about Lolly. I mean, when
Oh,
you wrote about that, I mean,
oh, I'm gonna take out the figurine that Tanari made and be like, well, I have something to remember her by though, and I show.
oh, well, isn't that just the sweetest thing?
Yeah.
I don't know how to do parents, guys. This is it.
That was pretty parent-like, actually.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
Oh
You're doing
man.
great. No, no. I mean, it was really, really difficult at first, but I mean, in a way, she hasn't really left us though. I feel her spirit with us when we fight.
That's a
Ferocity and the
great way to think about that.
yeah. I mean,
You always were the optimistic one.
that's true. That's to
She is still that.
be fair.
Oh man.
I would like to procure the raven though, just so
Of course.
you can be secure in that. And since I
they're
don't,
yours. We wouldn't think of keeping.
Sure.
How long are you planning to be in town?
We haven't really decided. I mean, we wanted to visit.
And we're so glad you did.
Of course. We wanted to visit, both y'all and the Naris, and help out as needed. But we don't really have like a strict timeline necessarily. So we were wanting to check out the woods, although we may not need to check out the woods. The woods might be checking us out.
Yeah, that sort of tends to happen wherever we go.
Yeah, doesn't it? Yeah. So we were thinking to check out the woods because I don't know. There's something there that we think there's something there. So we were going to check that out. So as long as that takes, that's how long we'll be here.
Well, and I imagine that could take any amount of time. I mean,
Yeah.
we certainly know that those woods can be, well, special.
That's a word for it. Yeah.
We got our own greeting from the woods on the way in, so.
We sure did. Yeah.
Did you? Was there another attack?
Yeah.
Isn't there always?
Is everybody okay? Surely.
Ow.
Where was that?
Yeah,
Where up
everyone's
the
fine.
road? Was that over at Jethro's farmstead, or was that
Yeah.
over at?
Was it at Jethro's? Would I know that?
It was by a
Maybe.
farm. It was farmers were fighting it. That's all I
That's
know.
kind of where it was.
Yeah.
Older gentleman. Mhm.
Yeah.
Goodness, sweet man, but he needs a couple farm hands, younger sort. Maybe we could send you over there, like, every 3 days or so, just to check on him, because I worry, some of the folks in town they're not, as spry as they used to be.
And and every 3 days, that's not a huge commitment, Tam, actually.
He's
just
like, I mean, sure, can't hurt to go check in. Do I get anything for that, Mom. She's like, we'll talk about it later.
Oh man, you're thinking like an adventurer, Tam.
Learn from the best.
Maybe your way.
Oh man. Oh man. Mm.
Well, make yourselves at home. I'll just go whip up some snacks and stuff. If you need to go head over to your folks, that's fine.
I should probably do that.
We'll just be here. If you need anything, just holler.
Will do, Mom. Thanks.
Anytime, sweetie.
I missed you.
Oh, we missed you every day.
Oh.
Just immediately hugs you. So you're heading home, Tenari? Are you going by yourself? Are you going with people, or?
She'd probably take Ash up on his offer in case, she needs backup on some of the stuff.
Sounds
Yeah.
lovely.
If we all went there, it would just look like reality TV. It would look
Be a little bit overwhelming, I'm sure.
Probably. So, Tenari, you and Ash start to head down a familiar road to you towards your home. How would you like to describe your childhood home?
It looks like it's not huge because we're not nearly as big a family as the Avantonos. We have like a little farmhouse, and then I would say probably like a bunch of sprawling fields with the gourds coming in season.
Gourds. Love it.
I don't think we have very many farm animals or anything wandering around. The house is definitely made of brick, and I feel like it's like hastily sort of built brick, like maybe the house was originally made of wood and then it was covered with brick later when this started happening. But very like cobbled together sort of rustic farmhouse.
Absolutely. And as you approach, you see your familiar fields of your pumpkin patches and various other squash and gourds and things. And you see your familiar sort of cobbled together house. You do notice that there have been some additional hasty repairs, I guess, shall we say. It looks like there have been some other bits of damage that have had to be quickly repaired.
I probably should mention the fields back up, like, against the
Yes.
wood line, like, we're right next to the woods.
Yeah. So just past the last pumpkin patch is wood. And that fence, that last fence is... It's kind of a mess. Like, parts of it look brand new, as if they were just built this morning. Parts of it are broken and in pieces and have yet to be repaired. It looks like, there have been some things.
Okay. I make note of that, and I'm gonna make sure to go help repair that at some point.
Yeah. But you don't see anybody outside of the house. You can smell like the smell of like bread baking coming from inside.
All right. As we approach the house, I'm just gonna kind of turn to Ash and be like, so we're fairly used to just communicating telepathically. I'm sure my family will try to speak a little bit more since you're there out of politeness, but if that sort of starts to happen, then like, just so you're aware, that's what's going on. If it just gets really quiet.
I figured. I know how you work. I figured your family would be similar.
Wouldn't it be really funny though if you hadn't explained that and y'all walk in and it's just dead silent and Ash is just like,
Hi.
okay.
Well, I mean, particularly going from like
Y'all are
Tayo's
just
house where I'm
staring
sure
at
there's
each
so
other
much
blankly.
noise. Like, just dead silent.
That's like, wow, they're really estranged.
They don't get along at all. Don't even
No,
talk to
see,
each other.
Ash was like already kind of assuming that was gonna happen because he knows that you come from a family of telepaths. So
Okay. You know, just
Yeah.
fair warning, I suppose.
mhm.
So, do you go inside?
Yeah.
All right. You head inside, and
As I
you-
like open the door, I kind of reach out. And I'm
You
like,
reach out and
"Anyone
you
home?"
sense your mother. It feels like she's probably in the kitchen. And there's like a pause before you hear in your head 10.
Hey, Mom.
And you hear the sound of like things being set down and hastily put away, and she rushes out and just absolutely wraps you in a hug. Oh my goodness, and this is all just in your head.
Yeah.
Like, Ash, you hear absolutely nothing. Oh my goodness, we had no idea when you would come here. Oh my, what? We got the raven this morning, and I
Hate you for that.
Sorry.
Bad timing.
It's really bad timing.
Tell us about everything. You said that. Well, you explain in your own words.
Well, I feel like we should have everyone together. Is Dad home? Is Dew here?
Yeah, they are. I think they were out back maybe. And
Okay. By the way, this is Ash. He's one of our party that's been traveling.
and it's kind of almost as if she's finally noticed you,
I
and
say that out loud.
and like she stares at you, and then she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Hi, it's nice to meet. I forget sometimes. It's nice to meet you.
Totally fine. Great to meet you too. I've been traveling with Denari long enough to kind of know,
We aren't much for spoken words, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm Flo. It's nice to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Of
As she said,
course.
I'm Ash.
Yes. And she, just one second, let me go. And she kind of opens up the back door, and you hear nothing. There's no sound. And then eventually, because there's no need to shout. But yes, Tanari, your father enters first. He looks kind of dirty, and he's in like overalls, like he was just doing some work outside, and like you immediately hear in your head, "Oh, Pumpkin, it's so good to see you," and he like rushes over, and then Dunari steps in after him, and he kind of looks at you, and he just walks away.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Don't mind him. He's just, he just gets a little. He'll be fine. He just
He has
doesn't know
every
what to do
reason.
with.
It's fine.
Just doesn't know what to do with his emotions half the time. But it's good to see you. And you just
Good to
got
see you
in.
too. Yeah, we just got here a little while ago. Teo Avantono is actually with us, Teofila. So the rest of our party is over at her house, and so
I
came
still
over here to.
can't believe my
I
little
know.
pumpkin is running around with the Teofila, the
I
hero
know.
of Tyloch.
She's so sweet. I mean, it's unreal. She doesn't act like she's a big deal at all.
Well, that's good to hear.
Dad, I say this out loud. Dad, this is Ash. Ash, this is my father. Ash is another one of our party.
Pleasure to meet you, Ash. And like, it's a very firm, kind of sloppy handshake. And your
I'm
hand
weak,
comes away a
so-
little dirty, and you're like,
Yep.
But he greets you with all the kindness in the world. And Flo is sort of like, she was just gonna, Ten was just gonna tell us, just kind of about everything, and, you know, should we get due, or should we?
We might want to get him.
I'll go get him, and your dad, goes, and a few minutes later, a reluctant Dunari, kind of gets.
I just kind of awkwardly wave, and I'm like, yeah, I know, like, this is awkward. It's...
So what's going on? You seem a little, I don't know.
What did this is out of character. What did, I'm trying to remember exactly what I put in the letter this morning. I don't think I was super specific, right?
I think you
fairly
only
vague.
mentioned that you had found him. I don't believe you said... Or maybe you didn't. I don't know.
I'm trying to pull up where I had it, but it's not.
Yeah, honestly,
Show it up.
it's been a very long time.
It's been a long time.
It's been a while. You were very vague. That much I know.
Can I... I'm going to try to do this. You can tell me if I can't. As I'm sort of explaining to them some of what happened, I sort of try to, like, loop Ash in. Like, I'm doing it telepathically because that's what we're used to, but I'm guessing I can sort of send it to Ash, too.
Yeah, I'll allow it. I mean,
Okay.
you and Ash have a odd link of sorts, so...
Do you mind if I explain that to them?
No, go ahead.
I know we haven't
You're
really
good.
talked about that.
You were good to tell them whatever.
Okay, so I'll kind of start with, we all sort of met by happenstance. I actually met Ash first. We were both chasing after this guy and got hit with some magic, and somehow I can now speak telepathically to him, which is weird and cool. Kind of reminds me a bit of home, which is nice.
But I can only speak telepathically to her, so yeah.
But he's familiar with how this works. And then we met the rest of our party on a pirate ship. We fought together. We ended up getting hired to work together. And as we got hired, we also found Co. Just completely by happenstance. And
Where was he?
He was working for a group based in the capital.
Sorry, I don't know if y'all heard that.
No,
we
you're
did.
not.
Molly just burped so loud.
Amanda, I legit thought it was your phone on your table buzzing.
I thought it was like a buzz.
Man, we're trying to get to the depth of your fictional brother, and my dog.
No,
just
you know what?
burped
It
in
broke the
middle of
tension, which is kind of nice.
Man, oh my god.
Molly,
hilarious. I love
comedic
Molly so
genius.
I love that. That was fantastic.
I'm gonna say that at this point, Ash is gonna like rest a hand on Tanari's shoulder and like, comfort and support.
Thanks.
And noticing your tone, Tanari, and both of y'all's body language, like, they're getting noticeably more and more concerned.
Yeah. It was not a good group of people. Kind of like we were afraid. I know we heard a lot of crazy rumors, and some of them sort of centered around that. But we managed to get him out for a while, and we very recently re-encountered that group, and he he sacrificed himself so that I could get out. He didn't make it.
Yeah, there's like a noticeable silence, and then just this sort of, it's kind of a mix of emotions that you feel telepathically. Like disbelief, sadness, confusion, pride as well. It's an odd, it's a sort of an amalgamation of different feelings. And you know, they just sort of immediately they look at each other, then they just sort of pull you into a hug, and Dunari kind of stays back a little bit.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. I don't know, I feel like she's just like, I'm sorry, like I tried to bring him back, like I wanted to bring him back, like I couldn't.
Yeah, and they're just gonna do the typical, like, none of this is your fault, like, you know, you did everything you could, this is, you know, beyond everybody's control. You know, they don't fully understand everything, but they're, you know, they're comforting you, and each other as best they can. Yeah, and it's you know, it's a emotional moment, but you know, it is.
Yeah. I'm gonna kind of lean back and reach into my pouch and be like, I don't know how many details you want about this, but I have his ashes if we want to do something.
Yeah, there's they sort of look at each other and look at your pouch.
I didn't want to do any of the funeral rites without you guys, you know.
You're right. We'll need to do a day of remembrance. Gosh, I guess we need to start the fast now.
Okay.
Well, you know, this is.
No, it's not what we were hoping for when I left.
You know, he left so long ago. I think we just didn't really know what to expect or hope for.
Molly's killing.
Molly's coming to timing.
She's like, we will not be sad. I have an itch. My goodness. But we're glad you're okay. And you know, if he went protecting you, then he went as himself, and he was a good brother and a good son to the end. We'll start working on preparations. Are you going to be staying here or over? I don't know what.
I'd love to stay here. I mean, it's been a while since I've gotten to see you guys.
We'd love to have you. Yeah, absolutely. Let me, I need to figure out what we need. Yeah.
And I'll help with, like, anything that I know to help with, obviously.
Dunari, he just kind of walks out again.
Yeah.
He just kind of leaves. Yeah, he's just not having it.
I'll go talk to him.
Do I know? Have you told me what that's about or no?
No.
Okay. Then I will mind my own business. Because if Ash knew about this, he would be walking after.
No. Yeah, so you...
Although it's eerily similar to your situation.
you walk after Dunari. He's kind of off behind the house, by himself. He's sort of kicking a pebble.
Okay. I'm just gonna kind of reach out, just be like, all right, let me have it. I deserve it.
You know, you both just sort of left, and then you're gonna come back here after all that time and leave this on our doorstep?
Would you rather not know?
I don't know, Ten. I don't know. I mean, it's just been me here, and I
know that wasn't fair.
I don't know what to think. I don't know what to feel.
That wasn't fair of us, either of us, to leave you behind. I know we shouldn't speak ill of the dead, but the way Ko left was shitty, and he knows it. Like, he knew it. But I don't know. He was trying to figure out what was going on with the woods. He, in his own way, was trying to help, but yeah, the way he left was shitty. And I can only speak for myself in what I did, but I know I shouldn't have left everything on you. That wasn't fair.
No, it wasn't fair. I mean, I went from having 2 siblings to just it being me and Mom and Dad trying to run this farm while everything under the sun runs out of the forest every night.
They were saying around town that it's gotten worse. What's been happening? I mean, I saw the fence.
Yeah, more numbers, bigger things. I don't know. I mean, we do what we can, but I mean, if I wasn't here, I'm not sure this farm would still be standing. I don't know. I mean, you're my sister, so of course I can't hate you. I feel like I'm not allowed to, but I'm just, I don't know. I'm just mad.
You can be mad at me. That's fine.
Well, that doesn't make it easier.
It's not really my job as your sister to make things easy.
Well, you made that abundantly clear.
Mm. What can I do while I'm here to help?
I guess
Can
help
we go
is...
fix?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go fix the fence. Yeah, I guess we can do that.
Okay.
So, you go fix a fence together. It's a nice bonding moment.
Aw. I'm sure he's mad at me the whole time. It's okay.
Make a... What check would it be to fix a fence? Do you want it to be a pretty fence?
I want it to be a strong fence.
A strong fence?
Could it be like a survival check?
Sure. Give me a survival check to try and make the best fence for surviving.
For surviving the monsters of the forest. That's a 17.
A 17. Pretty good fence. Pretty nice fence. Dunari kind of takes a step back and looks at it. Not half bad. It might make it till the morning.
Fingers crossed. and start like taking in any of their damage and sort of start to go fix that too.
Yeah, I mean, it's honestly a lot of damage.
Yeah.
But you start fixing things and helping out. Yeah, and he's a little less cold to you, but he's still, he's a little frustrated.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's not going to be fixed in an afternoon. So.
no, it is not. Yeah, and they sort of loosely plan out what tomorrow will be, which will be a day of remembrance. I guess we can go in and take a break, and then we can sort of, go from there afterward.
Sounds good.
Yep.
I will say, Casey, that Ash is going to offer to stay if you want him there, but if you prefer it to be just family, he is also willing to go out and go back to Teofilia's place. So
she's probably gonna be like, whatever makes you more comfortable. However, like, keeping in mind like food and the whole telepathic thing.
Yeah.
Like, if you would be more comfortable going back and kind of telling the party like, hey, she's gonna stay over here, you could do that too.
Tanari will explain to you that basically from this point until pretty much the end of tomorrow, there's gonna be no eating at her
in the house.
Her family will be fasting pretty much for the rest of today and all of tomorrow, and tomorrow will be like a full day of remembrance where they share memories and thoughts and feelings of the deceased, literally for like a full 24 hours, and then the next day you'll like basically collapse in exhaustion and sleep it off.
Yeah. Like, absolutely, it's not that I don't want you here. It's just, it's a lot, particularly for someone who can't participate in that way, So
it's like a full
he's just gonna say
situation.
Whatever you think is best. I'm here if you need me.
Okay. So. How far away is Teo's place from mine, ish?
Like, I don't know, like a 15-minute walk, maybe.
Okay.
15, 20. It's not that far.
Okay. I'm gonna say you can probably go on and head back, and I think I'd be able to.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can also you can just call me if you need me at that distance. So.
Yeah, I think that would probably be fine. So.
Cool. He'll head back then.
All right. Cool. So.
Tell Teo's fam thanks for the welcome.
Yeah. Ash, you start heading back. Teo, at some point, probably while Tanari is gone and people are distracted or occupied, Tejana pulls you aside, probably into a separate room or perhaps outside the entire house altogether. And she's like, okay, so I've got some news.
Okay, and I would just respond like in Dwarvish, just like out of respect.
Yeah. So y'all are carrying on your conversation in Dwarvish. She's like, so Rise, he proposed to me.
Really?
Yeah, he did. Well, we're planning on eloping. I haven't told anybody, but I can't believe you came back right now because this is like perfect timing.
Oh my god! Well, I'm so happy for you, and I totally get it. That's awesome. I appreciate you telling me.
Yeah. I still just don't think that Mom and Dad would understand, and I just don't know. I don't know. I still just haven't really told them about anything, and I just don't want them to get in the way of us, you know. But I mean, it would mean the world if you know, you would just give me your blessing and I don't know, maybe help us sneak out so we can run away.
I would. God, I'm grinning so much. I would love to. It would be my pleasure. And
Man, that makes me feel so
Yeah.
much better. I wasn't sure how you were gonna react. I could have sworn that you were just gonna be like, "No, don't run away from home." Whew. Man, it feels good to get off my chest.
Yeah, no, I totally. I mean, I will never quite understand your perspective, but I totally get the whole not wanting to involve mom and dad and everybody.
I mean,
Um,
every time we see some other dwarvish guy, they're like, "Why don't you settle down? Why don't you find yourself a good old dwarf?" And I'm just like, why does it have to be a dwarf? I just don't understand. They just
Yeah.
wouldn't get it. They just wouldn't.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah. And I mean, they're set in their ways, and it's just nothing you can really do. They're kind of who they are at this point. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean,
No, for sure. I
It's
can.
not like they, you know, I don't think that they, you know, hate other races, but I just think they're just so set on the idea of just us finding a good old dwarvish man.
Yeah, they're yeah, and I don't think they. Yeah, I think they think that they don't hate other races, but like if you're gonna, I don't know,
Yeah,
have like
you
this
know.
ban or something, then yeah. No, yeah, I totally get it. And yeah, just let me know what I need to do, and I can. Sorry,
I'm
love.
dying at this chat. I'm dying.
Oh, it's so good.
Amazing.
So yeah, just let me know what I need to do. And I, you know, if I were to involve the party, they wouldn't tell anybody either. So
Yeah, you've got quite the group of friends there. Honestly, I'm surprised. I'm surprised that one fit through the front door. He seems sweet though.
he's a gentle giant, if you will, a gentle giant.
I
No,
got that vibe.
he you know, they mean so much to me. We've been through a lot together, so yeah.
Oh, well, that makes me feel so much better. Honestly, probably not tomorrow night, but maybe the next. I don't know.
You
Leave
just
under
come get me.
cover of darkness. Is that too cliche?
No, not at all. Not at all. You just come get me.
I think
and-
it's pretty romantic, honestly.
I'm sure. Yeah. Totally. Right. And I mean, we have connections like in a number of places, so I wasn't sure if you need help.
Yeah,
in
I
that
mean, we were planning on just at the very least just crossing the sea,
Okay.
going to Surinai first, and then maybe moving from there. I don't know.
Okay. Sure. No. That. Yeah. Okay. So the ship that we took, like, where is it? Who?
They all parked it in the at the docks. So.
Okay. Just making sure, like, my brain was like, there is a ship.
We'll just
What is
ask
that?
Lilith
What does
to
that
figure it
mean?
out again. No. Absolutely.
I was thinking Conquer, but
Claudia, I'm sorry. You said okay, and that reminded me of, isn't there like some meme or TikTok or something where the person just says okay over and over and over again?
Probably.
Probably.
What am I thinking of?
I don't
maybe
know.
Brooklyn
I'm thinking
Nine-Nine.
of a very specific thing.
Maybe
Cool.
cool.
I don't know.
Tight,
No,
tight,
it's
no
definitely
doubt, no
okay.
doubt.
Okay. Like, it's definitely the word okay over and over again. This is gonna bother me. I have to figure this out.
You need to
It's
look it up.
probably a TikTok.
It's probably, yeah.
Everything's a TikTok.
Everything is a TikTok. Yeah. I was just making sure because I was like, we got here with this ship. Where is it? What is, okay, but yeah, okay. Cool. Okay.
I'm getting attacked. by my
Ferocious
dog.
attack.
Ah. No.
The most
baby.
adorable attack.
I mean, it hurts, but yes, it's cute.
I can attest to that.
She is a 50-pound pit bull, so there's pain involved.
She used to like jump all over me.
She still jumps all over everybody.
Oh, God.
Ow. Not the claws. You wanna go up?
She just wants to love you. Her love language is teeth.
Yeah. It still is.
Just chomp.
But yeah, so
Wait, Tiana, what? How were you thinking to get across the sea?
we were just gonna, I don't know, just buy passage on a boat or something.
Okay, I wasn't.
mean,
Okay.
He
We
saved
can
up
hear-
some money. I mean, we don't have to have a full-fledged ceremony. We're, who needs that?
You say that now. You say that now. Now I want to give you sentiment. Okay, well, but we came here on a ship. We can get you because we'll be here for who knows how long. So, I mean, to Sir and I, that's probably what, like a week,
Yeah, maybe. I mean,
maybe, right? So, I imagine even if whatever business we had, like, because like I said, because we're thinking of going into the woods because there's something in there. Even if all that was concluded, we could still just be here. Even if we were waiting for the ship to come back from getting you to Surinai. So, I mean, just do that. That would cost you no money.
yeah.
That would be on me. And then you can use that money for something else that you will need later on. Yeah, no, do that. Please do that.
Oh, I really appreciate your help.
No, sure.
I mean, I haven't even told Amorous about. I mean, I don't know. She can be kind of stuffy sometimes. Amos.
Yeah. No. Yeah. No. Totally. But no, it's the least I can do. So I wanna make things right.
Man, Roz is gonna be so excited.
You should be. He's marrying my sister. You should be.
He's so sweet.
Aww. Wow.
Goodness.
Gross.
Hey,
I'm messing with you.
you're gross.
Yeah, I can be.
It's-
I can be. I can throw her down in a
yeah,
minute.
at least you know. I guess that's a good thing.
Yeah. See? Self-awareness,
Goodness.
Anyway.
All right. Well, they'll probably notice if we're missing for too much longer. So I guess
Sure.
we'll go.
Yeah. Just come
rejoin.
find me. Yeah, just come find me if you need me. All that.
Yeah.
It's good to see you.
Yeah, absolutely. And y'all rejoin. About this time, Ash, you arrive back at Teo's house.
Well, I'm gonna explain that, Denari and her family are gonna be not here for a day.
I'm catching up with my family.
Yeah, she's catching up with her family, and she asked that we do not disturb her.
Can I roll for a vibe check on Ash?
Yeah, absolutely. Inside
Can
check.
I roll for a deception check?
What are you trying to keep from us? We're
I just don't want to say that they're like.
Sure.
I mean, everyone knows that they're mourning, but I just don't really
True.
want to like say it out in front of everyone. You know,
True.
Could have been better, but that's an 18.
Okay, that's higher than I rolled.
I rolled a 16 plus 7
Probably
for
a bunch, yeah.
deception.
Jesus Christ. Okay, awesome. Cool.
I mean,
So.
you know, Tanari just really needs to catch up with her family. I mean, seems pretty believable.
But I also know the whole situation too.
I know. I
It's
mean,
like,
like,
okay.
the whole party is probably like, okay.
That checks. That tracks.
But
This was more.
And
That
Tanner's
was
family
more
was
for
probably
like.
like, yeah, that's fine.
That was more for like the rest of the people.
For
like,
the fam.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're oblivious to everything. They're like, oh, that's totally fine. You know, they're just missing their little girl. Should we send over some food? Maybe like a pie or something? Or
They're good. They already made food. They're totally fine.
Look,
They
bread
were
was
baking.
bread
They
was
were
baking.
baking bread. Yeah.
they were baking.
Yeah,
It's
they
not
already
a
made
lie.
food. I'm not lying.
It's like, well, if you're sure.
I feel like there's every
Positive.
chance that Flo gave Ash the bread when he left. Actually,
Probably, honestly.
I hide the bread behind my back.
Sleight of hand.
This is like some.
Some Jean Valjean in this shit.
Hey, great minds.
Oh god, my sleight of hand ain't that
Stole
good.
a loaf of bread.
14.
14. I don't know what I'm rolling for. Never mind. Yeah, I don't know. Sure. Why not?
Perfect.
Wow,
I would
you
say the
smell
party
really
probably
good.
saw it.
But they don't see it. Amazing.
You see, my low wisdom runs in the family. You see.
Got you.
Mhm.
I feel like the party definitely saw it, you know. But
Yeah, party knows what's up,
Probably.
for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah. Goodness. Alright, so y'all spend most of the day kind of hanging out. Is there anything in particular y'all would like to do during the day, as we sort of approach afternoon, early evening? I don't know.
I want to fill in the party on the Tayana situation, but like, I don't know how to do that in an inconspicuous way. So
I'm sure there's some moment where your parents like go off to get something, or y'all walk around, or like, I'm gonna show them
Yeah.
the land or whatever, and you can do that. So
Sure, yeah. I'd like to do that, and hopefully we can at a separate point we can fill Tanari in. Maybe, I don't know, but later. So yeah, I'll just kind of be like, okay, so, so, one of my sisters, Tayana. So she, do not speak of this to anyone else. So she is engaged. She's
congrats.
Congratulations.
yeah, no, right? Yeah. She's engaged to this guy that she's dated for a while. He's a half orc, so she's trying to elope, so and not get my parents involved at all. So she said that she was they were gonna buy passage on a ship and try and get to Sirenai, and then just go from there. I offered that she can take our ship, and we can just be here until the ship comes back. I mean, because Sirenai is probably maybe a week away, and I think. Are you my freaking dad?
Freaking dad.
But I figured that whatever business we have here, you know, I figure we won't need to leave urgently or anything like that. Would that be okay, you think? To just kind of let that happen, to let her, and that way she won't have to pay
Yeah.
or anything.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Okay. Just so you know, hopefully we don't need to leave right away. I don't think we do, but been wrong before.
Hey, I've got teleportation circles to 2 places, 3
Nice.
places. So
Yeah, that's right.
if
Yeah.
we really got a ditch, I can get us out in 10 minutes.
That's true. Okay. I feel much better then. Okay. Cool. So yeah. I don't know when that's gonna be. I told her to just, you know, come grab me when she needs me and all that, and we can further discuss what they want to do and stuff. So, but I appreciate you guys helping out.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, okay, guys, good talk.
And break.
I'm sorry, y'all. I heard half orc and immediately I flashed it. Are you my
Gorgon.
dad?
Are you my dad?
Dad.
Joe
Dad.
Judge.
There is a possibility, however slim,
That you
are your
Are your own father.
It's like, what?
My dad.
When he asked the like principal of their school to
Father,
that
stop
one.
him.
No, you're not her dad. He is. Oh man. All right. So afternoon kind of turns into early evening. Anything happening at the Nari residence over yondro?
I guess generally just helping with preparations. I would at some point like to meditate and see if I can recall anything else.
Sure. Give me a wisdom roll.
Okay. That is 13. Probably not so
13.
much.
Yeah, you try to concentrate and focus and see if you can recall any other memories. Yeah, and you're struggling.
Yeah. Oh, at some point also I want to ask my parents kind of what's been going on at the farm, and like I know I asked Janari already about all the attacks, but I'd like to ask them kind of about it too and see if they have any more details of what's going on.
And they sort of explain that things have been getting tougher. The attacks happen more frequently. When you were growing up, they didn't happen every day. I mean, sometimes you could almost go a whole week without something happening, and now it's like almost every other day or almost every day there's something. They talk about it being manageable but just barely, and they talk about how some of the things that come out of the woods are more difficult to deal with than they have been in the past.
Are they like the same kind of creatures, or are they different creatures and stronger creatures?
They're still like, you know, like animated trees and flora and things like that, though twisted with some, I don't know, whatever dark magic would create such creatures, but you know, they're bigger sometimes or meaner. I mean, gosh, the other day there was a full, like, quite large tree creature that came through the town. It almost took the whole town to take down.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. That hasn't been regular. That we haven't seen anything quite like that in a little while. So, but
Hopefully we can help out some. The rest of my party is here, and we're planning on seeing if we can do something about it. So.
Mm-hmm. I mean, any help is appreciated, and I mean, you know, from what we've heard from you and such, we know that the group you hang out with is pretty strong. So
Yeah, and I'm sure I would be telling them some of the more fun, adventurous things that we've been up to.
Yeah.
Some of the things that are less like we're at war and we're on the wrong side.
We'll tackle that bridge.
We'll get to that later.
My son's dead, by the way. We're the Nazis.
The rest of the world is also crazy.
Yeah, it's fine. Goodness. Yeah, they enjoy.
Yeah, all the more lighthearted kind of stuff.
Hearing your stories, and as somber as the tone is at home, like they are happy to have you there, and they do enjoy hearing about your adventures. Though some of them do make them worry, of course. So
probably the clown.
Yeah, probably the clown. Goodness.
Also, you know, the dragons and everything, but you know, the clown.
Yeah. Well, early evening sort of turns into night. And I guess, Tanari, you're staying at home, and the rest of y'all are sort of crammed into Teo's house in some way. You all go to sleep?
I just thought of another question to ask Tiana.
Sure.
I have no question to ask her now. I'm scared. But I would like to ask her what the fuck she's gonna say to her, like, to her parents, like, as to why she's leaving. Is she just gonna leave? I don't know. Not good. What's yeah.
Do you pull her aside to ask her that?
Yes, I do.
Oh, I just wasn't gonna tell them. I was just gonna leave. Should I not do that?
I mean, they're gonna worry a lot, and
They're
then
parents. Parents always worry.
but they're gonna like want me to. Find you.
I'm just call me the next Emery. You know, I'm just on a whatever he's doing, a walkabout or something, getting in touch with my roots, right?
Yes. That was more in line with Emery though, and like him.
Are you saying I'm not capable of going on some sort of
No, but like you are, but that just doesn't. It just
eat,
doesn't.
pray, love kind of adventure?
It would just come as a surprise. Not that you're not capable, but just that you just wouldn't.
Well,
I'm
trying not to take this personally, but what am I supposed to say to them?
I don't know. I didn't know this was happening. What was I supposed? I mean,
well, I was just gonna leave.
I don't blame you. I just, God, they're just gonna want me to find you and like, or something.
Well, you can also leave. We'll just all leave at the same time. Nobody has to tell anybody anything.
Oh, God. This just got way more complicated. Okay.
I think you're making this more complicated than it needs to be. I mean, look. What's life without a few burned bridges?
True.
I get it. Okay. It's so tempting to just not want anything to do with mom and dad. I get that. I totally get that. But maybe also, I mean, I've heard that the attacks here are getting worse. I mean, that's less people.
Yeah,
to-
but I mean, I'm not a fighter. I mean, I'm not really able to help with that.
Yeah. Mm, mm. Um,
Maybe you can help me think up a convincing lie.
that's what I'm trying to think of. Okay.
I can't think of. I don't know.
I
But
mean, because when Emery left, he at least told everybody.
that's true.
Yeah. So.
But like, it just seems so exhausting, and then they might make me stay.
What if we told them that you were coming with us?
Would they
As-
believe that? I mean,
like as
what?
a, but like as a like record keeper or something. How about that?
A record keeper.
Or like taxes and like things.
It sounds so mundane, but I don't mind this train of thought.
I mean, well, if you're not a fighter, if you're not a fighter,
Do sellswords deal with taxes?
No, we evade the government and don't pay taxes.
We're specifically running away from the government.
Especially when the government
That is true. We are full on
yeah.
running away from the government.
Not just Nazis,
maybe-
dragon Nazis, dragon magic
Yeah.
Nazis.
Yeah, we
Okay,
ain't paying no
what
taxes.
about- maybe not record. Well, what
Well,
about?
I mean, I think record keepers more believable than taxes. Am I your accountant? Is that what we're going with?
No. We'll just say record keeper, and like you can.
Your
Hey!
scribe?
Yeah, you can write down all of our adventures.
I'm not sure they're gonna buy it. I'm
Ah.
not
Posterity.
necessarily like a novelist here, but we can try. If it doesn't work, I'm just gonna leave though, okay? Like, I just need you to know that like if
No, I'm
it
not
falls
saying-
through,
No, I'm not saying you shouldn't leave. I just True. We do have a bard who could probably.
could maybe you guys forge a sample of writing that's really good, but it looks like I wrote it?
Totally.
That's an idea.
We could do that, I think. Yeah.
Does Loris do that?
She might have a forger's kit.
That might be like a.
Somebody I feel like might have a forgery kit. Maybe.
Not me.
It's unclear.
Sorry, this just reminded me of an 8-ball. Signs
Yeah,
unclear, try again later.
Again, yeah.
She's got thieves' tools. I don't think she's got a forgery kit, does she? La la la.
I feel like she'd try it anyway.
She would
Maybe.
buy it.
Maybe she would though. TBH.
If she gave me a number of samples of her handwriting, could I maybe try and aid Elzaris because of my perfect recall memory?
Recalling memory and like perfectly replicating handwriting aren't necessary.
Well, I was more thinking the way that she writes, like what words she uses. Like Elzaris would handle the
I
actual
think the
writing
point
portion
is
of
to
it.
like write better than the way she writes and the words that she uses.
Couldn't you just give
Never
her the
mind,
words
then.
and have her write it down?
Yeah, I could come up with some highbrow bullshit, and she could write it down.
Okay, with or without a forgery kit, I mean, we can still attempt to make a. This is me talking, Amanda. You can still attempt to make a we can still attempt this. It's just I don't think anybody's proficient in a forgery kit, so it would be more of a
Oh, wait, do I?
I don't know.
Well,
Check.
the thing. Okay, well, the thing.
It'll
Tana-
be
Can't I
Oh
give-
shit! I do have a forgery kit.
Oh,
Look under tools. I
Yeah.
guess. And that should tell you.
Proficient.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
So there's an
What?
avenue there.
my god. The point. I guess the main point is that like, to like,
What did
even
I write
whatever
on
we
the map
decide
this
on,
time?
whatever we decide on, like, you can't just. I mean, you can, but it's not
Did you
ideal.
write watermelon?
Yes, yes, he did.
Did you fucking
Beautiful.
write watermelon on my map? In addition to all of this other shit
Yeah.
that's on my map.
Hey, at least it wasn't Tuladick or
Watermelon is tame.
Cantatas or
Oh my
Aaliyah's
God.
phallus.
Cox Hollow.
Oh, I thought it was Cock Hollow.
Consuelo,
it's
Consuelo.
I didn't.
Tatas.
We haven't picked it,
I
babe.
didn't change
You were
Wexler
gone
or
one
Bexel because those are
session.
too easy.
Tuladick. Oh my gosh.
No, but-
Watermelon. Goodness.
Watermelon. No, but I guess the thing is that like if you're gonna leave, which I think you should do,
Oh, I will.
but I think you, whatever the reason we come up with, I mean, maybe like try and butter them up about it, like over the next like few days or so, instead of just like dropping the bomb. Maybe like maybe, you know what I mean? I mean, because we'll be here for a while, anyway. Oh, I don't know, Tiana. This is not.
We can try it. We can try. You know. If it
But
doesn't
I
work.
think, but I think mom and dad really like are so like, you know how they are, and I think they would be like, oh wow, you're writing about what? I think they would eat it up, but out of nowhere would be kind of weird. I think. So I think just like butter them
Okay.
up. Maybe.
I will try to drop hints of some newfound hobby.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
See if we can work this out.
Yeah. Well, just because, in case I'm sure Roz is great. And in case you need them, I want them to be there for you. No? I mean, like, what if I just burned this bridge, Then I wouldn't have anywhere to sleep if I came home.
There are. It's called a tavern, Teo.
Well, I mean, you'd have to pay, and it's like, it's nice to have a free place to stay. Never,
Don't
never.
you make like lots of money on your
We make
adventures?
money, but
You're worried about paying for a tavern? Like,
yeah, well,
I live
you-
on a farm. I should be worried about paying for a tavern.
well, this is you we're talking about, okay?
Okay.
You have an adventuring
Okay.
party.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Anyway, I appreciate you listening to me about this and not just,
You are such a worrywart.
I guess I just never thought about things changing when I left.
Wow.
So now I'm like, oh,
We can't all just stay the exact same while you're gone for months or more.
well, I know. I'm not saying it shouldn't have. Like, I just never thought it. I just never thought about it. I want to help the best way I can.
Well, I appreciate that you want to help at all.
And I think this is the best way. So, yeah.
We will try it.
Thank you. Okay.
Oh, well. All right. So you guys kind of find sleep eventually. And yeah, and you wake up in the morning and it's a new day. You can check off a long rest. I know some of you guys took damage in the little brief fight, so you can check that off. So it's a new day at the Nori residence. It's a somber day, and y'all prepare for your day. Over at Teo's house, big breakfast, lots of food, kind of all over the place. You don't all fit in the kitchen, so y'all are gonna have to figure that out. But there's plenty of food for you guys to have. Yeah. Anything particular you want to do?
You mentioned there were shops here. What
There
is that?
are. There's like so there's it's slim pickings, but
Yeah.
you've got Barks, Brews, and Bric-a-Brac, which is a general store. And then you have the Thirsty Thistle, which is like a tavern, the local tavern. That's kind of it, honestly.
Okay. I mean, I'd be interested in checking out the general store just to see what they have, if
Mhm.
if there's anything
Yeah.
different here.
Yeah. You head over to the general store. You know the way. Most of the stuff in here is sort of like herbs. There's an herbalism kit or two for sale. Some healer's kits. There's a couple healing potions for sale. Nothing super fancy, but there might be some other stuff behind the counter you'd have to ask.
Yeah, I'll ask.
Yeah. Well, if it isn't the famous Teofila, wow, gracing us with your presence in our store. Are you looking for anything in particular?
I just wanted to see what you guys had. It's been a while, so yeah.
Well, I'm afraid we don't have a ton. Just some herbs and spices and things. Just little knickknacks here and there. Do you need any like farm equipment? We could work you up with some of those. How long are you staying? Are you helping out?
Yeah. I don't actually know how long I'll be here, but I intend to help where I can. So, what farming equipment do you have?
I mean, we got like tills, pitchforks, some shovels. Got some hoes. There's some rakes. I couldn't say hose without.
Everybody.
Hey.
We got all sorts of hose. We got long hose, got short hose, we got rusty hose, some brand new ones.
I think that's kind of more Asher's thing.
Yeah. Oh gosh, one dealer of hose to another.
Send
We
some
got
of those over
a
to
new
Bexhill.
line of watering cans that are real pretty.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'd like one of those actually. I think
Sure.
I think that would be a good gift for the Nori.
Yeah, we got a fancy one that's got like little floral design on it. Do you like that one? Is that nice?
Yeah, no, that's really pretty. Yeah.
I think
How much is that?
just like 2 silver.
Sure. Easy.
That's real nice. That'll look real nice.
Yeah. I think they'll like it. And so I'll pay for that. And I'll tell I assume the party's not with me. I'll tell the rest of my party about the stuff here, and maybe someone might be interested in the herbs or in the herbalism kit or anything like that. But thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. We really appreciate your business and just everything that you've done for the town. I mean, I could go on, but I just don't. I don't want to,
Oh,
make you
I
feel
mean,
uncomfortable or.
no, it's nothing. It's nothing. I just do what I can, I guess. Yeah. She's so awkward. She does not know how to do it.
I mean, in your defense, they're all super awkward too. Like everybody that's come up to you is like that awkward, like, oh my god, that's my favorite celebrity. Do you think
Yeah.
I can take a picture?
Yeah,
They're all super into it. So
for sure, for sure.
goodness, goodness gracious.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you get your watering can, and can share with the party what is available.
Yes, and the Naris are they're gonna be like fasting and like stuff until the end of today.
They're basically doing a wake all day. So
Sure. So I'll wait on giving them the watering can until after all that. Um, so, I'll come back home and like you get something for somebody and you're like, look what I got. I'm gonna do that for.
Anybody else want to do anything before I hop over to Tanari's house? Cool. So Tanari, let's go to your house. So with the news of Ko's death, the family, of course, begins preparations for this sort of special wake that Kalistars perform. This sort of day of remembrance. It, of course, started with fasting, and during this period of time, you're going to spend basically this whole day, this whole 24 hours, sharing memories of Ko. That at the end will be broken with a light meal. You're kind of you're in the thick of it. It's gonna be a bit of a raw day for you. But are there any particular things that Tanari would like to share or think about or recall on this day of remembrance?
I think she'd probably want to share a lot of the like more, I hate to say brave, but like the sort of brave moments that he had like while we were traveling and stuff. Particularly because I don't think that that's a side that they would have seen a lot of him. And like his spell casting and how far he'd come along with that and him fighting alongside of us kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And some of the like funny kind of awkward memories too, because
for sure. I would think at some of the braver moments in the spell casting and fighting, Dunari would be impressed by that.
He would definitely be impressed by that.
Yeah, for sure. And the awkward moments make him laugh. Your parents will probably share some memory of him accidentally freezing the entire crop one season.
Shocker that we both did that.
Share little awkward, funny things like that. And it's good. It's good to share those things and those memories. As the day progresses and you spend all this time kind of focusing on these memories and feelings and thoughts, will you give me a wisdom check?
Okay. 15, I think.
15.
Yes.
Okay. So you hold on to each memory as it is shared, and you feel an intense emotion of understanding and love. You were always frustrated that he left all those years ago, You never fully understood it at the time, but now you can feel just how intensely he must have loved his home and his family, to leave a place of familiarity and comfort in order to seek out a way to save it. Perhaps you will one day be able to accomplish his goal. You certainly hope for that.
Yeah.
Give me one more roll as you reach the end of the night.
Still wisdom.
Mm-hmm. Roll with advantage.
Okay, I'm glad you said that. That's 17.
17. You concentrate on the thoughts and memories being shared, and you find your mind opening into a deeper connection with your quarry spirit than you have ever experienced. You imagine yourself in a void illuminated by threads of light that stretch in all different directions. You look down and notice that one of these threads is connected to you, like it's tied to your very heart. And it glows bright as it extends into the void before forking into two separate directions. Do you want to?
I want to see what's happening. Yeah.
Pick a direction.
Like try to follow it, I guess.
You've got right and left.
Right, I guess.
All right. You take a look to the right. The right thread branches into many, all glowing bright. There's a lot of sort of branches and stuff to this side. You can continue and follow those, or you can look to the left.
I want to look to the left also.
Okay. To the left, it extends as one solitary strand that only gives off a dim glow as it extends further. What would you like to do?
I feel like she'd follow the one
Okay.
on the left.
You try to follow this solitary thread, but there is some resistance there. Something about this path feels difficult to traverse in some way. You also notice that the thread looks odd, bumpy.
Does it look anything like the threads that I saw in Ko's memory?
Give me a perception check.
That's not great. That's an 8.
An 8. It's hard. You feel like maybe you need to get a little closer to look.
Okay, then I get closer.
Okay. You move closer, and you sort of have to kind of like almost fight your way to get closer. You realize it's not bumpy. It's knotted in two places. Two places where the thread was detached or severed and then tied back together. The rest of this place seems kind of shadowy.
Do I see or hear anything else around there? I know you said it's shadowy, but...
Give me another perception check.
That is a 21.
21. You peer into the shadow where this thread kind of disappears into. And you can just make out a humanoid silhouette with their back to you. Sort of turn their head to the side. 10. And with a sudden force, you are thrust back into your home and body, and you collapse to the ground, gasping for breath.
It was code, wasn't it? I'm guessing my family probably notices.
I mean, you're all kind of, we're at sort of the end of your day of remembrance, so they're all kind of like, y'all are pretty much all at least a point of exhaustion at this point. Mm-hmm. So, you know, it's not really unheard of for people to collapse at the end of a day of remembrance.
Yeah.
You know, they'll kind of go over to help you and they'll be like, you know, they're comforting you, but they don't necessarily notice that something is especially wrong.
I feel like I probably don't tell them.
Yeah.
I haven't told them any of that so far, so I don't think she would want to get into it.
You don't want to tell them about all of that? You don't want to do that?
I don't particularly want to tell them that he's been, like, brainwashed for a decade. Like, not
weird.
really.
Weird that you don't want to do that. That's so strange. Yeah. And I will give you, I do think you should take a point of exhaustion. So, if you haven't checked that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Let's check that. Yeah, but you kind of reach the end of the day. And your mother goes in the kitchen and grabs sort of a very light meal.
I'll help her prepare it.
Mm-hmm. It's simple. It's mm-hmm. like some bread and stuff. It's not nothing fancy. But you know, sort of, I'll kind of just sort of sit, kind of in this sort of numb silence and eat a little bit. Yeah. Everybody else, y'all doing anything as we're sort of at the end of this day?
I'm definitely offering to help Teo's mom cook.
Yeah.
As comical as me being in the kitchen in a dwarf house would be.
I'm not gonna lie, she's probably a little intimidated by you. She's never seen a minotaur, so it's sort of like a little scary. But with you offering to help her cook, she's very delighted by that notion. And yeah, and kind of her unease sort of dissipates with that. So she's gonna try to teach you all the tricks of the trade, but she is very guarded over some very specific ingredients for some dishes. So
understandable.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Amazing.
Look, those family recipes, they're crucial.
Period. Oh,
absolutely.
Like we can't really read like my grandmother's like IRL, my grandmother's cookbooks, because a lot of it was like, oh, like a handful of this, and it's like, how much is a handful, man?
They don't measure stuff. They don't. Get mine. No.
And we can't ask her anymore. Like how much a handful is.
A dash of this, a pinch of that. I mean, you just eyeball it, right?
A bit of whatever.
A bit of whatever. Yeah, so you're cooking, y'all are sort of winding down and hanging out. And everybody, though in different places, all collectively hear a large commotion coming from, I guess, probably a little closer to maybe center of town, but there's definitely some chaos brewing in Tyloch.
Run.
I feel like I look at my parents and I'm like, I have to go help.
Yeah. So you all sort of rush, and kind of it's a weird scene to rush up upon. Just cause like for a second you're like, oh, it's just there's nothing wrong here. It's just, it's town square, some foliage. And then you're like, wait, there aren't two giant trees in the center of town. And these trees are
I was
moving
hoping we were gonna fight the trees.
and attacking. And yeah, so two giant trees, like giant trees, just like flat out like wreaking havoc. And then like how many other things? I think it's 3 other Tanari and Teo, you would recognize them as needle blights. Yes, and there's a bit of a commotion there. But you all kind of rush up to the scene at the same time, and why don't we all roll for initiative?
Woohoo!
I am once again asking for your roll initiative.
Oh, they're so big.
Yeah, big boys.
All right.
No,
Oh shit.
Amazing.
Okay, Case, can you give me the code since I'm now gonna log in?
Yeah.
Since now I have major alterations. All right.
Wow, that was terrible. All right. Karok.
16.
16. Oh, I'm Elzaris. I forgot. Hang on. Elzaris. 6 plus. Plus 4. Chad.
21.
Yo.
Very nice. Sonari.
17.
17.
17.
Then Ash.
11.
11. Teo.
4.
Okay, let me rearrange some teams. Lovely. Okay, top of the round is Chad.
Okay, could you hit me that one more time? What are these big old fat
big
daddies?
Old trees.
Oh, big old tree. Oh.
Big old trees. And
Uh,
then the purple guys are
Monster trees.
needle blights, which
needle
are,
blights.
I don't know. They're also plant people things.
Okay, let's go. I'm gonna run up to these first needle blight right there, and I'm just gonna roll to attack.
Yes.
That will be a. Oh wow. 28 to hit.
Yeah.
Pog. That will be. Holy shit! 12 damage.
That one's dead.
Oh. Yes. And then I'm just going to. That's 5. I'm gonna go ahead and move back, and then I'll go cast some inspiration on. We'll put Teophilia.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
All right. Tanari.
I'm gonna use Firebolt, and I'm gonna aim it like right at the back of the tree.
Okay.
Look, it's a tree. You set it on fire.
All right. Let me do a
Dex roll.
dex save.
Lucky girl's tired. She wants it over.
That would be a 3. You do have exhaustion, so I don't know exactly. I don't think that would affect your fireball, but just like
I don't think so.
No, I think
how
that
does that?
that's ability checks and
Okay.
what?
Ability checks and attack rolls. And I think saving throws as well.
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
So
Well, I didn't have
disadvantage
to roll for that.
those.
So, ooh, that worked out great. That is 20 points of damage. That's pretty low, actually.
Oh wait.
Fireball.
Just looked it up. 1 point of exhaustion is just disadvantage on ability checks. I just looked it up
Oh, I
because I wasn't quite sure.
Hang on. The fire was super effective.
It's wood. It's a
Does
tree.
that complete your turn?
Yeah, I think, well, yeah. We're gonna do a sorcery point and cast a firebolt at the little black guy over here.
Firebolt.
Yeah, just for gigs.
Sure.
Did you say it was disadvantage on attacks? I'm blanking.
I think it's
I know you just told me.
ability checks for 1 point.
Yeah, it's just ability checks. I think
Okay.
it at 3 points, it's attack rolls and saving throws as well.
Okay, cool. That is a 17 plus 7.
Yeah, that hits.
So that's 5 plus 3. That's 8 damage to that little dude.
Ooh.
And
it's fire.
Yeah.
No, he's dead. Also.
Okay. We rolled well. Okay, I'm good for wild magic. Okay. I think that's it.
Okay. I'm pretty sure. Oh wait. He's not. Sorry. The blights and the trees act a little differently, so it didn't quite kill him. Though
Oh,
he
that's
is
fine.
very hurt.
That's fine.
Okay. All right. Kara.
Okay. I believe. Oh, wrong tool. Give me a sec. Fuck it. I'm gonna cast Destructive Wave. So I'm gonna need a what is that, Constitution saving throw from the trees and the blight, I think. Yeah.
Goodness. The trees and there's two
And the blight.
blights. Both blights.
Wait, where's the other one?
There's one here.
Because
and then there's one.
not the one in the back, but this one down here.
Okay. Cool. Con.
Yes.
Okay. The blight. Fail.
Actually, probably could get that one too. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna move and then do it, so
So that you get everything.
get everything.
Okay. Blights fail.
Cool.
15 from this tree.
That is a failure.
19 from this
That
tree.
is a success. So the tree that succeeded. This is a lot of dice. Holy shit. So everything that failed is going to be taking. Okay. 13, 16, 19 points of radiant damage. And 16 points of thunder damage. And are knocked prone. The tree that succeeded is going to be taking 9 points of radiant damage and 8 points of thunder damage, and is not knocked prone.
I feel like a tree getting knocked prone, like a full tree getting knocked prone, is funny. I just feel like it is.
Timber.
Yeah, basically.
It doesn't specify size either. Because normally there's like a size thing for being knocked prone. Nope. 5d6, 5d radiant, or 5d6 thunder, 5d6 radiant, and knock prone.
That's funny. Yeah, because these are like literally like size huge. They're big.
Beefy boys.
Big boys.
Big boy.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Okay, well, hang on. I'm gonna move this so that I can get to it, so I can put the little thing on it. All right, the blights are dead, and this tree is prone. Let me see if I can display that. I'll just put a little dot on him. He's prone. Youch.
That's it.
All right then. Yikes. Man, I love how my combat balancer was like, "This is a deadly encounter." I'm like, yeah, but it's probably not. All right, Ash. Yeah, if I win the initiative
Question.
roll,
Which of the trees looks more hurt?
this one is definitely more hurt.
Okay. I'm gonna cast.
Shoot it.
No. I'm gonna cast Blight on the less hurt one.
Okay.
So I need a Constitution saving throw, please.
I'm gonna switch to a different.
I have to remember what D8s look like, so give me a second, you got time.
Did you say that they get disadvantage because they're plants? Did you say that?
What?
Did you say that they don't plant creatures get disadvantage on blight? I could be wrong.
If you target a non-magical plant that isn't a creature, such as a tree or shrub, it doesn't make a saving throw, it simply withers and dies, but I think this is a magical plant.
Yeah.
But I thought magic plants had disadvantage or something. Or I could be wrong.
It does have disadvantage, yeah.
Oh, okay. I can't remember if you had said that. My bad.
Oh, I didn't say that. And the spell deals maximum damage. So I don't even need to roll.
So
Yeah, blight's
my
kind of
first
crazy.
roll was
Pog.
a 19. My second roll was a 2. So that's 7.
So that's 64 necrotic damage.
Hell yeah!
Oh, shit.
I hate
Ouchies.
that so much. 64?
It does max damage, that's what the spell says.
Fuck you. Man.
And you failed.
Ugh.
So 8 times 8.
Does that complete your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Elzar is...
Ash actually did something, y'all. Can you believe it?
This is a big poggers moment.
Yeah. Let's see.
Wait, it's not dead after that?
No, it's not dead after that.
Oh,
It's a
shit.
big-ass
Okay.
tree, man.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
I
so what she
know
said,
its
no.
HP is greater than 81.
Yeah.
I thought it would be dead.
Nah. Oh man. I got more health than that. Okay. What do I want to do? I'll just, I will take a step back and fire my crossbow at, this tree. I guess I should try to, where can I hide? I can't hide. It's fine. Yeah, that hits. 11 points of damage, which is not amazing, but not terrible. Oof. Alright. Finally, there's the tree's turn. Okay, what do I want to do? I'm pretty mad at that blight. Pretty mad at that blight. So I'm gonna move up to you, Ash.
Oh shit, so fat.
And I am going to try to
Fall
make both
on
of
you.
my attacks against you fall on
Bye, Ash. Bye, Ash. Nice knowing you.
Alright, first attack. Not super great, but not terrible. That's a 17 to hit.
I mean, a 17 hits.
Alright. So like Whomping Willow style, huge chunky branch slams down against you, and you take 18 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ouch.
Second attack is a 21 to hit.
Question. Should we have had full health at the start of this fight, correct? Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Give me a second. I don't know how to math, because I was not at full health.
I told you to take a long rest.
Look, I didn't. Okay. I am now on track.
Okay.
Continue.
Second attack is
A 21,
yeah,
which,
21.
yes, hits.
20 fun. That's 19 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Um,
Ash has 10 health points, heads up. Heaps.
this guy is gonna use half his movement to get up because he's prone. So I can't quite get where he wants to be. What's my reach? Oh, I'll just throw stuff. Yeah. I'm gonna try to throw a couple things at you, Tanari, because you set me on fire, and I didn't like it.
That's fair.
Yeah,
wouldn't
so
like it if
you
someone
watch
set me on
this
fire.
giant tree chuck a rock, a pretty large rock at you.
Ah!
Yeah. It's a 16.
That does not hit.
Second attack.
I dodged.
That's a 21.
Yeah, that does hit.
Shit. Thanks.
Oof. Ouch.
Where am I? Need the right dice.
I don't like how many you're rolling.
Sorry, I just needed a certain number of something. Okay. Sorry.
It's okay.
You take 26 points of bludgeoning damage as you're
Ouch.
hit with a small boulder.
Yeah. That hurt.
And that's his turn. Alright. They're all dead. Teo.
Right. I'm gonna help Blaze out. And I'm going to flank this guy.
Sure.
So first attack. Oh gosh. Okay. So first one. Oh, not a nat 20, but so close. So 27 to hit.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so that's 13 slashing and 2 fire.
Okay.
Second attack.
Mm-hmm.
Again, 27 to hit.
Yeah.
7 slashing and 5 fire.
Oof.
And that is my turn.
It's looking pretty dang hurt. Alright, Chad.
Okay, let's I'm just gonna skip over to the right here and attack Mr. Big Tree.
Mm-hmm.
That will be a 19 to hit.
A 19 hits.
Beautiful. That'll be 11 damage.
11.
And then I'm going to do a Bardic Inspiration, this time on to Nari.
Alright.
And that will be my turn. Thank you.
Very good.
Thanks.
Tanari.
I'm gonna lob another fireball because it hit me with a rock.
Let me do some dexterity. That is a 12.
That fails.
Mm.
I'm just using the computer. 28 damage.
28.
It's even hotter that time.
Ooh, it's looking real hurt.
Okay, I'm gonna use another sorcery point and another fireball attack because I'm pissed.
I thought you might.
Yep. Okay. Does a 16 hit?
A 16 just hits.
Okay, I was gonna say I have that inspiration if I need it, but okay, so that's where's the D10? 6. That's a D8. That's not a D10. I can count. There's a D10. That's 4 plus 6, so that's 10 damage.
Engulfed in flames, this tree falls once more. This time it does not get back up. Karok.
All right. So, excuse me.
No.
I am going to. I'm gonna come behind Ash, lay my hand on his shoulder, and cast a. Fuck it, 4th level Cure Wounds.
Amazing.
Amazing.
That's amazing.
Wow.
So that is cool. 24 points of
Oh, please.
healing.
I will take that.
And yeah, that's it.
Awesome. Very awesome. Ash.
Hey,
My
sorry to
turn.
interrupt. I forgot to roll wild magic and I got a 1.
Yes.
Oh god.
Yes.
Here of all places.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no no no.
Yes.
It kind of tracks with the
I need
data.
you-
Hey, I mean, at least if it's a fireball, it'll hit the thing.
I mean, true.
Are you capable of doing the D100, or do you? Want me
How
to
do I
it?
do that on? Oh yeah, I can do it on here. I think 1D100, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Got a 19.
19.
I don't remember what anything is. It's been so long.
It's been a while. You cast grease centered on yourself. Amazing. So let me read that real quick.
Amazing.
So good. I love wild magic.
That's all fights for this to happen.
Slick grease covers the ground in a 10-foot square centered on you. When the grease appears, any creature standing in its area must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or fall prone. A creature that enters the area or ends its turn there must also succeed on a dexterity saving throw or fall prone. Give me a little.
You said 10-foot square.
Yeah, give me a dex save at disadvantage, I believe, because you're tired.
Yeah.
It only applies to ability checks.
Oh, it's
For
a
one.
save, not a check. So
Oh, okay.
never mind.
It's-
Just regular.
You said
dex
dex.
save.
Okay. That's a 13.
A 13. What's your spell save DC?
My it's for dex. It's 15.
Your spell save DC is like when you cast a spell. What do people?
Oh, I see.
normally have to
Yes,
save?
it's 15.
Okay.
So I fail. I feel like she kills it and she goes whoa, and then it casts
And
and
then
she just
just,
like falls
like-
on her face.
Yeah. Your feet go in the air.
Yep.
Amazing. Wow. Thank you for being honest about that.
You're welcome. Sorry to interrupt, Ash.
Ash.
No, that's okay. I'm gonna cast Blight again because I really want to finish it off, hopefully. So,
It looks real hurt, so might be slight overkill, but go for it.
oh, well. The problem is I'm in front of it and I really just want it dead. You know what I mean? Like,
That's fair. I am going to
Yeah.
point out, you know that Teo's behind it.
Blight, you just choose a creature.
I know. I'm just
Oh,
saying.
Oh, I see.
okay.
You're saying something else. So, okay.
I'm
Gotcha.
just saying, what do trees do when they die?
They fall.
Just think about it.
Oh.
Might be fine.
I'm just gonna. Never mind.
No.
Okay.
Do what you want to do.
No. I'm just gonna Misty Step away. Bye bye.
And that's it.
Oh.
Oh, wait, I don't want to go there. We're gonna go here.
You don't want to slip and fall?
No, not necessarily. And then I'm gonna pull out my gun and I'm gonna shoot it.
Okay.
Look, I have
Roll
to
to hit.
continue. I have to continue the meme.
Team for
That's
the
a
side.
6.
You miss. You definitely miss. Amazing.
Cool.
What I hate, though, by you doing that is now it's my turn as Elzaris, and the chances of me killing my own monster are extremely high. Like, extremely high.
Do you want me to roll for Elzaris right now?
No,
I'll
it's
do it.
fine. It's fine. It's just because they're engaged with my allies, I roll with advantage. And of course, I'm gonna roll really fucking high.
It's kind of funny when you have to kill your own monsters, though.
Is it? Is it funny?
Yeah.
Is it funny?
Yep.
I'm not having a good time.
100%.
That was a 27. That was a 27 to hit.
Oh, perfect.
Which is great. And it's a D8. It's 10 plus, what is it now? It's like 5d6. 10 plus 4, 5. 15, 20, 26, 29, 32. Yeah, great. Yeah, she kills it. She kills it. The tree is dead. Teo, as this tree is killed, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw as you try to dodge this falling tree.
Alright.
You can re-roll.
I was going to use Indomitable.
Oh.
But
well, then you don't have to re-roll.
I mean, okay, so Indomitable is you can re-roll a saving throw that you fail, but you must use a new roll. So it's really
Do
it's
that,
the same
then.
thing. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. One time per long rest. Okay, because that's not it. I need it, please. Okay. Oh, much better, dude. That's an 18.
An 18. So as this tree starts to fall, you like leap, roll out of the way. Looks very action-y. Looks great. And you just dodge out of the way as this tree hits the ground hard and does not move anymore. Yeah, you guys killed trees.
Looks like we got some firewood. Yeah!
Boo. Oh my god. Goodness gracious. Yeah, everybody, comes out and is very, thankful for what you've done. And they're kind of marveling at the size of these trees. They're like, well, shoot. 2 of them. I mean, we had one of them last week, but now we've got 2. Do you think they're just gonna keep multiplying? Oof.
So they're 10 feet around. They're 10 feet around. What size are they?
There was one close to this size, maybe a little smaller, not too long ago, but we had, man, this is, oof. These are big.
I was asking like D&D size. What size were they?
These are size huge. So
it's like 15 feet across.
Yeah, 15 feet diameter.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think our work is cut out for us.
Yeah, we definitely need to check out the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Can I examine the trees? Is there any sort of, in my opinion, like essence of like the crystals or anything embedded in the trees?
Make an Arcana check.
Pretty good. 24.
24. magical aura that comes off of these trees and blights is different from the crystal. This seems like some sort of dark magic has been used to sort of animate plant life in the forest. There's almost something like, I don't know, almost like hellish or demonic from the magical aura that you get from this, though these aren't demons or devils.
To clarify, not necromantic, specifically like demonic.
Yes.
I will tell everyone that, because I think that is important.
That's so weird. I thought the mother's children were their own thing. Is this the mother's children and not?
I don't know.
were
What's his name?
dealing with,
Sheridan have dealings with demons?
Yeah, no, he's part of the mother's children. They're different from the main. I don't want to say it too loud here. But yeah, so the main people that we think are in the woods are different from the mother's children. The mother's children are doing their own thing. The mother's children are the one that are like infernal and demonic and all that Sheridan's with. So I thought they were doing something different. So that either means mother's children are in there or they are working together.
That wouldn't surprise me at this point.
or both.
I thought I had everything figured out now.
Nah.
Yeah, so that would be the mother's children. Different from our other friends.
The consort.
Yeah.
Precisely. But, I mean, I guess that's more confirmation for us to, I don't know, take this seriously. As if we needed any. But. Okay.
Is everybody okay? That's like in the area, like nobody got hurt or anything?
Oh yeah.
You walk around and sort of ask around, and everybody seems okay. They're a bit shaken up by the ordeal, but nobody seems to be seriously injured. There is some damage to some structures, but nothing irreparable.
Okay, cool.
It's pretty late, so you guys can sort of head back to your respective houses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice. And do you guys I mean, Tanari, you're exhausted. You're probably like you can finish the meal that you were eating, and then you're probably just about on the verge of collapse.
Yeah, I mean, I think I would probably tell my family what happened.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
They're not necessarily surprised by what happened. Maybe a little bit surprised that there were 2 giant trees.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they're all kind of drained too. So there's like, you reach a certain level of tired where like it doesn't really matter what people tell you. You're just like too tired to react. You're like, okay, I'll unpack that tomorrow.
Yeah, pretty much
that kind of deal. So you go to sleep pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of you guys, you go back to Teo's house. You can head off to sleep or what have you.
Yeah, I'll fill my family in as well.
Mm-hmm. Your dad, of course, wants to hear like the details of your fight and how like successful you were, efficient you were in killing them. He's very interested in that.
I will be like, Blaze. Well, actually, Blaze. I mean, did something like to one tree that was really big. And oh yeah, also he has a gun for some reason as a wizard. um, that's right.
Your dad is like, no. Melee weapons are like these ranged attacks. I mean, it's just not. Come on, you've gotta really show your stuff and go and just face it head on.
Anyway, and then Karak did something really really cool. Something that was really cool.
The spell casting is honestly beyond him.
It's beyond me too, to be fair.
But y'all are like, wow, weird. Don't understand it. Very cool.
Yeah. So lots of magic.
Made things go big kaboom.
Yeah, lots of fire.
Yeah.
Shocker.
So you fill the family in on what happened. They're glad you're fine. Yeah. And y'all can sort of make your way to sleep.
I would like to send a message to Miss O'Mocket.
Yeah.
And say something along the lines of, I guess, what's the name of these woods again?
The Evermar Wood.
The Evermar Woods. Okay, so Ash would say something like, in the Evermarn Woods, we encountered some demonic trees. Not necromantic, but demonic. Is there anything in the records or that y'all have researched similar?
She'll probably return with something like, so good to hear from you, Blaze.
That's right. They don't know that my name is Ash.
No, they have no idea. They think you.
I almost signed it off as Ash too. That would have been.
Can you believe it? If that had happened.
Oh my god. I had one word left and I
keep your
almost did it
straight.
Oh my god.
We're aware that there's a lot of mysterious things happening in the wood. We'll investigate more. She can't really fit a ton in there, but
right. Okay. Interesting. That's all I wanted to do.
Cool. Teo, as you go to sleep.
Oh my god. Okay.
You open your eyes and you notice Isolde standing by the window, staring out of it intently.
In the house, staring out of the window.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Like in your room. At the faint sound of you stirring, she'll turn to face you. It's been a long time, old friend. You've been busy. Still, I knew you'd come back eventually.
What happened to you?
I've been on a quest of my own. Not as fortuitous, perhaps, but it was mine. I trust you made use of the key.
Yeah. How did you get that?
It was given to me by my goddess, if you can believe it.
Of course I can believe it.
I didn't used to see myself as the religious type, but I found my faith in time.
Which goddess?
Mistra.
Oh, cool. Well, I'm so glad you're okay. I just assumed the worst.
That's fair. And I wish we had time for stories and reunions, but that's not the case. You need to return to the wood. I'm sure you're planning to already, but
yeah,
I need to tell you, you need to head in there. If you head toward the spire, you should come across it. She's certain they have it there, though there's no telling how long it's been in their possession.
Is that the green orb of dragonkind?
Not an orb, but it should help you get to the next one.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay.
It's good to see
Thank you. You too. Thank you. Take care. Be safe.
Start yelling at him.
Take care of yourself. Yeah. You like blink and she's gone, and you question whether it was all just a dream, or maybe it was real. Who knows? And we will stop right there, and we will pick up with this next week. Alright, Misfits, and that brings us to the end of tonight's game. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again next time.